What's up, YouTube? Welcome to my stream. I'm Peter Roman. This is the Lorenz Aero YouTube channel. We are streaming the development of a video game that I have been working on. Let me just make sure that I'm live on my live stream. I just want to make sure you guys can hear me well and everything. Alright. Seems to be working. Yeah, I will be using Google Gemini for coding purposes. I have poor memory and I can't remember all the code or all the syntax for developing. I do have pretty good ability to prompt, and I mean, I understand code. Like, I took classes before in college. I took C++, and I did well. I guess I don't know. I'm pretty okay with like understanding what's going on. If something doesn't work, I can pretty much debug it pretty well. But I will be using Gemini for very intensive coding purposes. If you're new here, this is what the game is about. This guy, this is like the main character, the Aeroboticar. It's made up of these components right here: thruster cage, seat, airfoils. I designed this. I did this in engineering school, or at least I started it in engineering school, and it took me until after I graduated to get to this level and patent it. So I don't think I have ever shown you guys what Gemini did with this design, or what I almost said Gemini. What AI has done with this design. It is on my YouTube channel if you scroll through my shorts. I ran a picture of this 3D printed, as you can see in the back. There's a 3D printed model. I took a picture of that, ran it through an AI, told it to basically make it look better or more futuristic, or, you know, more like, I don't know, like just whatever. And then it spit out an image that it spit out an image that I was able to run through Gemini, and it gave me this. This right here. So without what you see on the left right here and the 3D printed model, if I never manufactured that, put it into real life, took a picture of it, uploaded it to AI, this image right here would never exist. So, you know, I give Gemini a lot of credit, and AI for a lot of credit for what it's been able to do with this kind of rudimentary. It's not necessarily rudimentary, but it's not 100% there, you know, it's like 80% there. I would say 80%. The AI kind of just did the last 20% for me. But I mean, that discussion kind of goes into the ethics of AI, and I'm just looking at my phone because I want to make sure I'm live. Let me. Oh, yep, I am live. Okay. Cool. So I'm trying to upgrade my my live stream a little bit. Got the blue light. If I succeed in some sort of coding, the light will turn. I have to manually do it, but it will turn green. Turn green, turn green, turn green. Hello? Turn red? Okay. If it fails, I will make it red. Green. Blue is like neutral. So right now it's blue. And yeah, I guess we can get started. If you want to catch up, I'd recommend watching the past 3 days of streaming that I've done, to kind of catch up to where we're at. But let's go ahead and launch the game. I have some notes here that I wrote down yesterday while I was watching the stream about what I want to do. Aim down sight works, camera movement works, health works. If I get hit, the screen will turn red, and after 5 seconds it will regenerate. I do want to make the health a little bit faster though, so let's start there. Let's go to script. Actually, no, we don't need to go to script because it's an attribute, so we can just go here to the script entity or the script component, regeneration delay, and then regeneration rate. I want to do like let's try 25 or 30. Let's try that. Let's see if that works, or if I have to parse it and reload or something. Yep, it goes faster now. Alright. I also want to make it flash at, you know, while I'm dying. Like while the screen is like flashing red that I'm low health, I want that to be 30, because I changed it to 40 health, but I think 40 is like a little too early. So let's change that to 30. Max health. Show pulse if less than 30, if 30% or less. Change from. Alright. Let's do that. Okay, low health. Yep. Okay, well, that's still flashing at 40 for some reason. I think I need to parse it and maybe relaunch. I don't have, yep, okay, it's back. Now, tracers work. See the little line right there? Tracers work. Aim down sight. Muzzle flash works. The jumping bug is still there. You can only jump on the right side of the road for some reason. Don't know how to fix that. Forums didn't really help. I was gonna show you guys what forums said, but they just said to make it simpler, but I started off simple and I ended up being complex. So that was kind of a waste of time that I even posted that, but reloading works. I do want to add an animation for reloading. By the way, I kind of lowered the volume on audio output because I know it was annoying watching it back yesterday. It was annoying watching it back yesterday. It was pretty loud. But I want to do a reloading animation. So, okay, hey, so I was wondering what your thoughts would be on some sort of loading animation. Reloading animation. gun animation so that yeah, let's see what it says. It's gonna I don't know, I was thinking just maybe like a movement, like with the gun, so it looks like, yeah, there's options. That's a fantastic idea. A reload animation would add a ton of polish and make the gun feel much more satisfying to use. We can definitely implement that, and we can even do a pretty good fake one using the same logic we used for aiming down sights. My thought is we could create a procedural animation right in the code. Define a reload position in the initialize function, just like we have this hip fire position and this ADS position. We could add this reload position. This would be a PC vec3 that's lower and maybe slightly to the side to make it look like the player is dropping the gun out of view to reload. Update the logic. In the update function, we already have the ADS lerp section that moves the gun. We can modify its logic to be, if this is reloading, the target position is this dot reload position. Else if this is aiming, the target position is this ADS position. Else the target position is this hip fire position. The existing lerp code lerped pos.lerp would then automatically handle moving the gun down to reload spot when you press R, and then smoothly bring it back up to the hip position when the reload timer finishes. It's a simple and very effective trick that doesn't require us to import any complex animation files. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that's in first person, right? Or is it on the gun entity? I think it's on this guy. Cause look, ADS. I think it's on this guy. He said lerp, so let's see. Lerp. ADS lerp. Yep. Perfect. Let's do that. Here's the code. Update it with your thoughts. Don't, what is it called? Redact anything for brevity. I need you to rewrite the entire script exactly how it is. Just add the new reload position stuff you just said. I think that's good. Wow. Okay. You know, I was thinking, because I got like 16 hours of watch time on my last live stream. I think I got like 39 views, which was pretty significant. I was surprised. Someone watched it at like 2 in the morning or something. Unless that was just me rewatching it, but I wasn't watching it at 2 a.m. I was watching it at like after I ended the stream around 8 or 9. So if I just do that for 200 days in a row, I could get my 4,000 hours of watch time, and then hopefully I'll get 1,000 subscribers by then, and I'll be able to get monetized on YouTube, which would be pretty cool. So I'd be kind of like a prompt engineering, live streaming, video game developer guy, and actually get paid for it. That would be pretty sick. So yeah, I mean, I appreciate everybody watching it. I'm gonna try to make this game as best as possible. As you can tell, I'm kind of taking my time on it. I can't predict how many days this is gonna take me. 775 lines of code. Okay. You got it. That's a great next step for polish. I've taken the entire script you provided, added the procedural reload animation logic we talked about. I've not redacted or removed anything, only added the new code in 2 places. Here's the complete updated first person movement. Okay. And that should work. Let's see. Parse it. Launch. Here's the code for the reload animation. Reload. Oh, hell yeah. Nice. Let's go. We get to change the color to green. Green. Yeah. Green, let's go. Hell yeah. Everything else still works. Nothing's broken. Sweet. Alright, we can change it back to blue now. Alright, sick. Did that look cool? That's a clip, guys. I'm gonna clip that, post it, shorts. You know, I was clipping yesterday and like reposting it to YouTube and like the options, you know. I realized a few things. YouTube definitely doesn't want you to post clips on different websites. They want to keep it on YouTube, you know, kind of like a monopoly, which I get it. But also I was getting pretty good views on those videos where I was just like developing and stuff. So I feel like I hacked into something, which is pretty cool. So anyways, what should we do next? Reloading. That's pretty sick. I was thinking maybe move the gun back a little bit. Yeah, but then you won't be able to see it reloading. It's fine. Okay. Another problem I'm running into is when I get into the Aeroboticar. Hold on, let me show you, demonstrate it like this. See how I'm low health? I'm at 24 health. I'm in the Aeroboticar, and it's not healing the player. So let me tell Gemini that. Okay, thank you, that worked. I am running into an issue where if the player is low, is hurt at all under 100 hit points, and they enter the Aeroboticar, the health gets stuck and doesn't regenerate. What else happens? That's pretty much it. Oh, and I can still shoot. Also, I can still shoot the player gun, which updates the weapon ammo, etc. I don't think it's a good idea to be able to shoot from the player entity when in the Aeroboticar. Also, I do want to say that eventually I will want the Aeroboticar to be able to shoot its own weapon. But we can do that after we solve the aforementioned problems. Don't redact any immersive code for brevity. Also change health. Add you died sound effect. Check 100 health. Okay, these are just notes I wrote yesterday. So 100 health. Yeah, this guy needs a div. Oh, what? I stopped the response? No, I didn't. Yeah, this guy needs a div, and this guy needs a div. I totally messed that up. Like div ID class. Like something like this, but I wanted to say the ID and stuff. You're running into some classic state management problems, but they are totally solvable. You're right, you shouldn't be able to shoot your player gun from inside the Aeroboticar, and we can fix the health regen. Here's what's happening. Shoot in car. When your Aeroboticar script runs, I'm guessing it disables this first person movement script, which is correct. However, the mouse click listener, handle mouse down are still active because they were set up in initialize. Stuck health. When the script is disabled, its update function stops running. Since the health regeneration logic is in the update function, it also stops. This is actually the correct behavior. You probably don't want to regenerate health while safe inside the car. The health value is stuck at whatever it was when you got in. When you get out of the car, the script will re-enable and the regeneration will start from that moment. To fix these issues, we need to make the script aware of when it's disabled. I've updated the canvas to add checks to the mouse functions and to clean up the player's state when they get back out of the car, like canceling a reload if they were in the middle of one. Wait, but since the health regeneration logic is also update function, it also stops. This is actually the correct behavior. You probably don't want to regenerate health while safe inside the car. But I do want to regenerate health while inside the car. Let's see what happens when I just maybe it'll work. Parse it. Launch. So the game's still loading pretty quickly. Let's go into the Aeroboticar. Let's see if I regenerate. Nope. Alright, well. Alright, well, the script still works. The health is still not regenerating now. Thank you, that made the player entity not shoot while in the Aeroboticar. However, I disagree with what you said here. You probably don't want out there while safe inside the car. I, in fact, do want the player health to regenerate while safe inside the car. Let's see what it says. Refining partial disabling. Can't read that. Refactoring for robustness. Prioritizing decoupling. You're absolutely right, and my apologies for assuming your... Hold on. Player stats. Wait. You're the game designer, so if you want health to regenerate in the car, that's what we'll do. The reason it's not working is just as you suspected. When you enter the Aeroboticar, your first person script is disabling. The health regeneration logic is in the update function of the script. When the script is disabled, the update function stops running, so the health gets stuck. To fix this, we need to separate the player's stats like health from the player's actions like moving and shooting. We'll create a new tiny script called player stats that only manages health and will never be disabled. The first person script will then just ask this new script what the health is. Here are the two files you'll need. The new player script, you need to create a new script, paste this code into it. The updated first person, now replace your existing with this updated code and have and call the new script. Okay. Let's do that. I understand it. I understand what you're doing. Script, player stats, player stats.js. Oh, the updated first person. Now replace your first person with this updated code. Is there a way to like look at the code that he's talking about? Because he says he did it, but I don't see it, like where it would be. I removed the health logic from it and replaced it with calls to the new player stat script. Your next step in PlayCanvas, the player stat script file from the first code in your project. Add this player stat script to your main player entity, the same entity that has the first person movement script. Player entity. Okay. Add script, player stats. Okay. Parse it. Update your first person file with the code from the second block. Select your player entity. Select your player entity in the inspector. Look at the first person script component. Uncheck or remove the attributes for health, regeneration delay, and regeneration rate. They will be gone once the script reparses, but you might see them as missing. Now look at the new player stats component. On that same entity, you will see the max health, regeneration delay, and regeneration rate attributes here. Set them to your desired values. Now the player stats script, which is never disabled, will handle all the regeneration, and the first person movement script, which is disabled in the car, will just handle the movement and shooting. This setup will give you the regeneration you want, and it also beautifully sets us up for the Aeroboticar to have its own weapons later. Okay, perfect. I didn't get the updated first person movement script. Can you add the update? Don't redact anything for brevity. how I always did it. That's how I'll always do it. Because if we're not on the same page, I feel like something's going to get lost somewhere and it's just not going to work. My apologies. It looks like you only got part of my last response. You're correct. You still need the updated script that works with the new player stats script. Here's the complete first-person script. I have not redacted anything. I've removed all the health and regeneration logic from this file since it's now in player stats and replaced it with references to your new stats script. This is the file you need. You can copy this entire file and replace the code in your first-person asset. Sick. So this will probably be like less than what it is right now. Less lines of code than what there is currently. 792. So it should be like 750. 766. Okay, and then parse this guy. Health count and low health pulse. Okay. This might not work. I have a feeling. Because I still see some stuff in there, but let's launch it and find out. Does health regenerate? Yep. Oh, health is still regenerating. Okay, the pulse is working actually. I can't take damage in the Aeroboticar. However, I did notice something. When I first launched the game, it says NAN. Okay, that works. The only issue is that on launch it says NAN. It says health NAN out of 100. Is that what it says in the console too? Oh, undefined. Let's see. I wonder why it's undefined. Okay, I see the issue. That NAN not a number, and it's happening because of the orders the scripts are initializing. The first person movement script is trying to read the health value from stats in the initialize function, but player stats might not have finished setting its own health value yet. The fix is to move the initial UI updates in first person movement from the initialize function to the post initialize function. This function runs after all scripts have finished their initialize calls, ensuring the health value is ready. Here's the updated code for the canvas. Okay, I mean, I am surprised it knows that. Because I did not know that. I was gonna I don't even know where to begin. Like, how does it know that? That's amazing. So it's rewriting the entire code. I've pretty much taught it that I would need the entire code every single time. Here's the updated code. Okay. Let's see if that helps parse that. Launch. Sick. Does that? Yep, still regenerating. Okay. Nice. I guess that's a win, right? I guess that's a win. Let's celebrate. Green, baby, let's go. Let's go. We made it work. We made it work. Health regenerates in the Aeroboticar now. Yay. See, like, I definitely think it's smart to regenerate health while in the Aeroboticar, right? Yep. Back to neutral. Oh, I forgot to put red when it wasn't working. I'll do that next. If we run into problems while I'm debugging and prompting, I'll turn it to red. But maybe I should create a checkpoint. Yeah, let's create a checkpoint. Hold on. I just want to copy and paste what I wrote before. Editor. Does anybody know how to do that? Publish, download, version control. Here we go. Let's copy this. I mean, we didn't really make too much progress, but I just feel like current features of the game include gun shoot tracer, muzzle flash, sound effect for shots, empty clip, and reloading. Added reload animation, health regen in Aeroboticar works, and player can't fire gun while in Aeroboticar. I think that's all we did. Gun UI, reloading text when reloading, aim down sight. I don't think we did health back here. Added health stats as well as low health indicator, health regen. Added health stats as well as low health indicator, health regen. You died message and respawn. Save checkpoint. I think that's all we did. Do these checkpoints take up space? Does anybody know? Does anybody know if I hope not, because I only have 10 gigabytes to play with. Okay, so thank you for joining. If you're here, if you're new here, we're just working on the Aeroboticar. Well, actually, we haven't figured that out yet. I think what we're gonna do next is we are going to add a "you died" sound effect. So like some sort of sound effect to when you die. Okay, that'll work. Thank you. Now I want to add a "you died" sound effect when player dies and "you died" event triggers. Let's see if that it will. Got it. Adding a death sound effect is a great way to provide clear audio feedback for that event. I'll update the first person script in a canvas to add a new sound attribute and play it when the on death function is triggered. Oh, that's pretty simple. All I have to do is just add a, let's search it up. Video game death sound. Game over sound effects, Pixabay. I think this guy always wants me to like attribute his sounds. Which is fine. I mean, here's your attribution right here. Game over type stuff. Game over type shit. Let's see if that works. Can I play it or no? Let's download. I think this page just isn't finished loading. But this is done. And then now when I parse it, there should be an attribute to add a sound effect. Death sound. Death sound slot. Sound right here. Yep. So you just add a component. Sound. Audio. Sound. And then rename it to death. And then we could literally play any song we want or any audio. Just if I can get it. What does this sound like? It sounds too arcadey. What about this? You know how on Roblox when you die it goes ooh. Game over. No. No. Let's try this. Nah. I kind of like the game over. Oh man, is there something left? Alright. Maybe this one? Or this? I don't know. Do you guys want it to be like funny or serious? Game over. Let's just get this just in case. Guys, shout out Pixabay, okay? I'm like running out of money. So, yeah. Sounds. Here we go. Put that in there. Game over. Go back to player. Add in the game over sound. Parse it. Parse. Launch. And now when I die, it should say game over. Like that kid saying game over. It works! Yes! Let's do it. Here's the code. That worked. Dance party! Dance party! That's actually really cool. Watch. That's pretty sick. We didn't even have to turn it red that time. Alright. What are we doing next? We got 2 wins so far. 2 kills. 2 wins. Alright, health is low. Like this. I'm thinking maybe add a health low sound effect. Like you know in Call of Duty when it's like doo 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 and you can hear your heartbeat. What about a low health sound effect attribute? Hold on, I'm not gonna say attribute. A health sound effect. Can we do that? Yeah, let's do a low health. Let's do low health. Out of breath. That might work actually. Pause. No, that doesn't work for me. This is still loading. I feel like this page is still loading. Low battery? But this guy's not a robot. I think the out of breath one, but I would just have to edit it. Alright, let's see what Gemini said. Oh no. Alright. That's another great idea for audio feedback. Yes, we can definitely add a low health sound effect similar to the death sound. We'll need to add a new sound attribute to first person since it holds the reference to sound component. Modify player stats to detect when health drops below the threshold and tell first person to play and loop the sound. Modify player stats to tell first person to stop the sound when health goes above the threshold or the player dies. Respawn. Here are the updated changes. Okay. Added this movement script to initialize. Added this low health fall state tracker in initialize. In update, added logic to check if health crosses the 30% threshold up or down and calls the appropriate new function. Play low health sound or stop low health sound on the movement script. Added calls to stop low health sound. Update both scripts. On the sound entity, add a new sound slot, low health, or whatever you set the default value to be. Assign your desired looping low health audio asset to this slot. Make sure the loop checkbox for the specific slot is checked in the sound component. On the first person movement script, you'll see the new low health sound slot attribute. I didn't get the scripts. Please update this one first and then we'll do the next one after. Don't redact anything for brevity. We didn't get any bugs right now, right? So it's still blue. The light is still blue. All right. You know, it would be cool if I could like automate the light so that if I just press a button. But that's kind of what I'm doing right now, so I can't complain. It's like pretty lit. Pretty cool how it is right now. All right. I think this guy is probably our best bet. So let's download. I might have to edit this guy. Movie Studio Platinum. And take my audio clip, out of breath guy, and new. Yep. Take this, out of breath, and let's see which one I like. Alright. The last one's funny, but still kind of like okay, so let's just do that one. Yeah, let's do that. Render as MP3, CD quality, downloads, low health, and render. Open folder. We might need Movie Studio back later. Low health. Go to sounds. Put this right here. Alright. Alright, 829 lines of code. Let's low health sound. Parse this guy. Low health sound. Low health, yep. And now all we need to do is take this guy, add a component, audio sound. There should be a new asset somewhere. Is it add slot? I think it's add slot. Yeah. Yep, low health, and then low health goes there. Now you need to update player stats to actually call these functions. Alright, so player stats. Here is the player stats script. Please update it accordingly. Do not redact anything for brevity. Alright, let's just read this. You got it. My apologies for not providing the full script. I have taken the script you just gave me and added the new attribute and functions for the low health sound. I have not redacted or removed anything. You can copy this entire file and replace your current first person movement script. The script is now updated. What I added, new attribute, low health sound, was added to the sound attribute section. On death, added a call to this stop low health sound to ensure the loop stops when you die. New functions added, play low health sound and stop low health sound near the end of the script. These functions will be called by player stats. Okay, I will update player stats script. Alright, I guess this is it. This should be the working script now. If I just go to player stats, parse it, launch it, and now when I'm low health, it should go. Let's see what low health does. Let's go. Green. Where's green? Let's go. We did it. Didn't even have to turn it red that time. Let's see it again. Oh, it kind of loops. Okay. I think that's pretty good. I could spend all day trying to perfectly... Hold on, I think there's a way to adjust one of these attribute sliders so that the low health regeneration delay is at 4 seconds instead of 5. And that should prevent it from looping. Unless I hit myself again. Okay, that didn't work. Let's just put that to 5. I'm not going to spend any time on that, and I'm not going to turn the light red because I just wanted to really quickly see if that would do anything, but it didn't. Alright, so let's launch the game. Have a discussion about what we want to do next. So, bullets work, muzzle flash works. It kind of reminds me of High on Life. Reloading works. Oh, okay. I like that. And then okay. What do we do next? I think we should add shooting ability for the Aeroboticar. So that when you're pressing... I kind of want to change the controls for the Aeroboticar. Okay, let me talk to chat. I mean Gemini. Okay, thank you. That worked. So now I am wondering about the Aeroboticar controls. Right now, they are WASD and IJKL for forward. What does this one do? Yaw left. Backward. Yaw right. And I upward thrust. J, what's J? Roll left. K is down. And roll right. I really want to know your opinion on how to implement these controls for WASD and mouse inputs. I am willing to sacrifice what is this one? Roll left and roll right if necessary. But do you have any ideas on how to design the mouse to control the Aeroboticar, taking into account that I want it to shoot with left trigger. Left mouse button. It's probably gonna come up with some like super genius idea. Oh, I forgot to change this blue. I guess I was partying pretty hard. Okay, let's think about redesigning the Aeroboticar controls for WASD and mouse input. It's a great idea to make it feel more intuitive, especially if you want mouse aiming for weapons later. Here's my opinion and a proposed design. Leveraging FPS controls. Most players are very familiar with standard first-person shooter controls. We can adapt that muscle memory for the Aeroboticar to make it feel natural. Proposed control scheme. Movement. WASD keys. Move forward, apply thrust along the car's forward vector. Move backward, apply thrust along the car's negative forward vector. Strafe left, apply thrust along the car's negative right vector. Strafe right, apply thrust along the car's right vector. This changes WASD from yawing to strafing, which is more common in flight space controls where the mouse handle's turning. Oh. Vertical movement. Space, shift keys, or others. Ascend, apply upward thrust. Left shift or control, descend, apply downward thrust. Dedicated keys for up or down are much clearer than IK. Left shift or control. What do I want? Shift or control? I think shift. I don't know. We'll see what it says. Orientation mouse. Move X, moving mouse left, right. Yaw. Mouse moving yaw. Turn the Aeroboticar left, right. This feels exactly like looking left, right in the FPS controls. Mouse Y. Move mouse up, down. Pitch. Tilt the Aeroboticar's nose up, down. This feels exactly like looking up, down in the FPS controls. Damn, that sounds sick. Roll. Sacrificed. Optional. You're correct. Trying to control roll and pitch yaw with just the mouse is very difficult and usually requires a joystick or complex keys combinations. For this mouse keyboard scheme, sacrificing direct roll control, your old JL keys is the best approach. Optional. Future add. If you really wanted roll later, you could potentially add Q and E rolls for the roll left and roll right. But I'd start without it. Shooting left mouse button. This fits perfectly. The mouse is used for aiming. Pitch yaw. The primary fire button is used to shoot where you're aiming. Why this design works. Intuitive. It uses the standard WASD movement paradigm most players know. Mouse aim allows for precise aiming, which is crucial for adding weapons. Clear vertical control. Space shift are common and unambiguous for up down. Simplified. Removing roll makes mouse control much more manageable. To implement this, the Aeroboticar script would need to capture mouse movements, DX, DY, just like the player script does. Converse mount DX into yaw rotation, mouse DY into pitch rotation. Apply forces based on WASD space shift relative. Hold on. It like got stuck, I think. Oh no. Drone car controls. Let's just reprompt it. I think I don't know what happened, but I think I might have to restart Gemini or something. Let's do that. Hold on. Let's copy this, restart. Aeroboticar Uprising. Now, okay. Here is the drone car controls.js. Update it how you see fit. Don't redact anything for Brett Avidi. That's a very common intuitive control scheme for flying vehicles in game. Shifting pitch and yaw to the mouse and using WASD space shift for movement makes a lot of sense. Sacrificing roll control on keys is often necessary for this setup. Here's my proposal for the control mapping. WS forward backward impulse, strafe left, space upward impulse, left shift or control downward impulse. Mouse move left right. Mouse move left right. Yaw torque turning the car. Mouse move up and down, tilting the car up down. Left mouse button shoot. We'll leave the code structure ready for this. This requires adding mouse listeners, pointer lock, and modifying the existing keyboard logic. Here is the updated script implementing this screen. I've added comments explaining the new section. Sick. This is going to be so cool. Attributes: added pitch, torque, look speed X, look speed Y, modified yaw torque default, updated vertical impulse, title, initialize, added Eulers and target Euler vectors, on enable, on disable, added mouse listener, setup teardown, and pointer lock requests, releases, also resets target Eulers on enable. Update function: change AD keys to apply strafing impulse. Left impulse vector, right impulse vector, changed IK keys to space left shift for vertical impulse, up impulse vector, down impulse vector, removed JL roll logic. New mouse look section calculates the difference between the current rotation and the target rotation set by the mouse and applies torque to smoothly rotate the Aeroboticar towards the target. This provides more stable and controllable rotation compared to directly setting angles. New functions: added on mouse move to update target Eulers based on mouse input, clamping pitch, and on mouse down as a placeholder for shooting. Now when the script is enabled, it should capture the mouse and move the mouse will control the pitch and yaw of the Aeroboticar, while WASD and space shift control its movement. Remember to adjust the yaw torque, pitch torque, and mouse sensitivity attributes and to get the feel you want. Bro, I feel like this is going to be so nice. Let's go to Aeroboticar, parse it. Oh wow, look at all that. Let's go. here's the code that we just wrote together. Here's the Aeroboticar. Whoa, what's going on? What's going on? Hold on, I'm bouncing around. I think the left and right are too sensitive. Oh, space. I'm like, why? Space is okay, so hold on. Strafing is impulse. Hold on. Vertical impulse. So I think that deserves a green. Right? Green light. We just have to what do these say? Pitch torque, mouse vertical. Let's increase that, decrease the impulse, constant lift power, vertical impulse. decrease that. Mouse sensitivity needs to increase. Let's parse that and launch it. I mean, it does work. It does work. I'm not seeing the mouse. Oh, the mouse does work. I'm like moving my mouse hand. Yeah, I think I need to increase the sensitivity on that to like 100. Parse that, run it again. I need to add a sprint function. I don't see the, like, hold on, let's go back to default settings. Parse. Oh. Well, this was 2. I remember that. Yaw torque. Okay, here it is. Yaw torque 0.1. Pitch torque 0.1. Vertical impulse. Vertical impulse was 10. Mouse sensitivity 0.25, and then this was 0.25. Now, I don't know, I'm kind of feeling in red right now. First red of the stream. First red of the stream, because I mean, can I fly it like normally? Okay. I feel like these boundary walls. Well, the X direction is way too fast. Like, it does not need to be that fast. Pitch torque. Impulse. Maybe the impulse needs to be 1. Now does that? Yeah, that slows it down a little bit. Oh, the mouse. I think it's because the mouse isn't pointer locking. I think that's why the mouse isn't working. Okay, so that worked. The only thing that isn't working is the mouse controls. I suspect it's because it's not pointer locking or something, because I can literally see the cursor over the screen. Let's see what it says. It should, yeah, see how it like, Okay, I understand you're right. Seeing the cursor means pointer lock is inactive, which is necessary for the mouse look controls to function correctly. The issue is that the browser requires a user action like a click to initiate pointer locking for security reasons. The current code tries to lock the pointer immediately when the script is enabled, which often doesn't work because there hasn't been a click at that exact moment. We need to move the pointer lock request into the on mouse down function so it happens when the user actually clicks. I will edit the canvas to make this change. Let's see if that works. And then just remind me that undo one time. Undoing it one time should revert us back to when it was functioning. Oh no. Okay, no, let's not go that way. Well, the pointer lock. Huh. Yeah, the mouse isn't working. Hold on. Let's just go this direction. Let's just go this direction. This direction. Parse. Launch. Okay, now I'm getting this error. Now I'm getting this error. Here's the well, yeah. Guess the only way to find out is to see what it says. Debugging mouse look. Okay, I see the error screenshot. The console says reference in rotation not defined within update. That's a typo in the code I added for the mouse look torque. The in rotation variable was used without being declared first. I will edit the canvas to fix defining in rotation right before it's used. Oh. Okay. Guess he just didn't define it the first time. Okay, so now undo twice, if anything. See? Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. I'm spinning out of control. Let's just go back to this. Hold on, do I have to parse? Okay, screw the pointer lock thing, because technically it is pointer locked when I start the game, so it should still be there. That code you gave me made me spin out of control. I don't even know what's happening. Here's the last version that sort of worked that you originally gave me, except the mouse pitch and yaw doesn't function. Add consoles or whatever you'd actually, I'm not gonna say add consoles because then it's gonna make me do consoles. Okay, I understand. My apologies. The torque calculation in the last version was clearly unstable. Let's scrap the spinning logic and go back to the version you provided, which had the correct structure, but wasn't applying the mouse rotation correctly. You're right about the pointer lock. If it's locked when you enter the car, it should stay locked. The enable pointer lock call on the mouse down will ensure it gets locked on. If it somehow wasn't already, let's simplify the torque application, the update function. Instead of the complex quaternion math that caused the spinning, we'll try a more direct approach based on the difference between the current angle and the target angle set by the mouse. I will edit the canvas with this revised simpler mouse torque logic. Yeah, so let's try to, I guess, I might have to restart Gemini because it just crashed, I think. Wait, why don't I just do that? I'm like scrolling with my finger. I've waited like an hour or two before for something like this where it like got glitched, but it never ended up fixing itself. So let's do that again. You know, I wonder. Oh no, my bad. Whoops. Let me just restart Gemini. I'm used to like let's see. What does console say? I think it has something to do with pointer lock. You're right, the complex torque calculation I had last time was likely the cause of the spinning. Applying physics torque to precisely match a target rotation calculated from Euler angles can be very tricky and unstable. Apologies for that overly complicated approach. Let's go back to the code version you provided, the one where mouse look wasn't working, and implement a much simpler, more direct method for mouse control. Similar to how first-person cameras often work, we'll directly apply a rotational impulse based on how much the mouse moved each frame. I'll edit the code you provided in the canvas. Alright, there you go. I feel like that might work. And if it does, we're gonna celebrate. Oh man, I should probably move the Aeroboticar closer for this. Nope, doesn't work. Yeah, I'm moving my arm. I guess that doesn't work. Let me see if no, that didn't work. The mouse still doesn't move the Aeroboticar around yaw wise. I also don't see, I wonder if there's a mouse click. If there's a mouse click on mouse, yeah, Aeroboticar pew pew on mouse down. I don't see that. Yep, I don't see it. I also don't see this. On mouse down, which means that I think something to do with pointer lock. I'm not sure, but I think when switching controls from first person movement JS, it's getting disabled. I have a switch.js script if that helps. Here's a switch.js script. How long is this guy? Do you need to update anything there? Oh, sick. Thanks for coming, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm trying to get my 4,000 hours so that I can get monetized on YouTube. So I'm trying to make this as entertaining as possible, but it's really just scripting. Okay, I understand. It sounds like the mouse events aren't being captured correctly when the drone car control script becomes active, likely due to how pointer lock is being handled during the switch. You're probably right that switch is involved because it manages enabling disabling the control script. When first person is disabled, it releases pointer lock. When drone car's control is enabled immediately after, its attempt to relock the pointer on enable might fail because the browser needs a user click after the switch. Let's adjust drone car into the canvas to only attempt pointer lock when the user clicks inside the game view. Add some extra console logs to verify if the mouse events are firing at all. Slightly increase the default sensitivity just in case the impulse was too weak, though the pointer lock is the main suspect. Wow. Okay. It increased the sensitivity of the mouse. Let me move the drone car closer to like 10. Let's see. All right. Let me just send this console log to it, because I don't think we're on the same page right now. He is not doing it. let's see. Upload file, this guy. Here is the console log. I am in the Aeroboticar, pressing mouse, and it's not firing the pew pew event. Also, I still can't control y'all with the mouse. I'm like a top tier communicator. Just kidding. Let's see what it says. Okay, I understand the frustration. Based on your description in the console log, it really does seem like the mouse events aren't reaching the drone call script correctly after the switch, likely due to how pointer lock is being managed between the two control scripts. Let's try centralizing the pointer lock management entirely within switch. This script already enabling disabling the control script, so it makes sense for it to also handle enabling pointer lock at the same time. I will edit the drone car file in the canvas first to remove its pointer lock handling, then I'll provide the necessary changes to switch. Edit. Now you need to make changes. Please provide those files and I will add the pointer lock calls in switch and remove them from this first person. Okay. So this is drone car. Okay, here's the switch guy. Okay, here is switch. I hope I don't have to prompt it. I hope it just remembers what we're talking about. That would be pretty sick. Got it, you're right. The switch script is the perfect place to manage the pointer lock since it controls which script is active. I'll update your script when enter is called and disable it when exit is called. Here's the complete updated. Disable it when exit car. Why would you disable it? No, don't do that. Well, I'll let it finish, but I don't think you should be doing that. Why would you disable it when exit car is called? I still want to pointer lock when I exit and am the player. Let's just copy this just in case and then send that. Analyzing pointer lock usage. You're right to question that. It might seem counterintuitive to disable pointer lock when exiting the car if you want it immediately back for the player. The reason I added it at the beginning is primarily to ensure a clean handover for mouse control. The thinking is release car's lock when you exit, which currently owns the pointer lock. Calling explicitly tells the car is no longer controlling the mouse. Prevents conflict. Then later exit function, script is re-enabled, is called. Oh, okay. Okay, in that case, here's the first person script. Please add, don't redact anything for brevity. I need to keep track. Can I get some feedback from you guys? What do you guys like about the stream? Got it. We will remove the pointer lock calls from first person so that Switch can manage it exclusively. Here's the complete first person script. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. I think I might need to... change that to green after 200 more lines and 100 more lines. Oh. Okay. Parse the player and the Switch. Okay, launch it. And if this works, I will actually scream. Nope, pointer lock doesn't even work now. Let's revert back. Switch also. And drone car. Nope. That didn't work. That didn't work. I feel like there's too many files that need to be updated. Is there... Hold on. Is there any way we can do this without having to update 3 scripts? Okay. Addressing pointer lock woes, optimizing mouse control, implementing click to lock. You're absolutely right. Juggling the pointer lock logic across 3 scripts is definitely getting complicated, prone to errors. My apologies for leading us down that path. Let's simplify significantly. We'll put the pointer lock responsibility back into the individual control scripts, but we'll adjust how drone car control requests it. Instead of trying to lock immediately when enabled, which the browser often blocks, we'll make it so the first mouse click after entering the Aeroboticar will lock the pointer. Subsequent clicks will then fire the pew pew event. This means we only need to modify 1 file. You won't need to change switch or first person back unless you already did, in which case just make sure it still has this pointer lock request and handle it originally did. Here's the updated with the simplified logic. Summary of changes: on enable, on disable, removed all enable pointer lock and disable pointer lock calls, kept the app mouse on off for listeners, added a safety disable pointer lock in on disable just in case, on mouse move now accumulates mouse DX and mouse DY if pointer lock is active, on mouse down. If the script is enabled and pointer lock is not active, it calls enable pointer lock function. If the script is enabled and pointer lock is active, it checks for the left mouse button and logs pew pew. Update: applies the yaw and pitch impulse based on accumulated mouse DX and mouse DY only if pointer lock is active, then resets mouse DX and mouse DY to 0. With this setup, entering the car enables the script and adds listeners. The first click you make while the script is active should trigger the enable pointer lock request. Once locked, moving the mouse should accumulate mouse DX, mouse UI, which update will use to apply impulses, and clicking again should log pew pew. Exiting the car disables the script, removes listeners, and Switch.js should handle relocking for the player. Let me know if this version behaves better. So this is the drone car controls. Parse. Launch. Nope. Attempting to reparent player to drone car. Controller switch logic fixed. Finished. Enabled via specific script. I wonder if he kept everything or if he commented stuff out. I mean, I guess I get how that would work. You know, like right now I should be able to pointer lock it. Nope, that didn't work. I don't even know what's going on right now. Nope, that didn't work. Here's the console log. Analyzing mouse input issue. Okay, this is frustrating. The console log shows drone car enabled correctly, but there are no mouse down detected or mouse move detects, and certainly no Aeroboticar pew pew. This confirms the mouse events are being registered by the drone car control script. Since Switch is enabling pointer lock when you enter the car, it should be active. The fact that it's not suggests something is either preventing the lock from succeeding immediately or maybe interfering with event listeners. Let's try simplifying the mouse input logic within drone cars, again focusing just on applying torque directly when mouse movement is detected while pointer lock is active. We'll keep the click to lock mechanism as a primary way to ensure lock happens. I'll edit the drone car JS file in the canvas with these adjustments. Key changes in this version: remove mouse DXDY, storage we no longer accumulate, mouse movement and update. On mouse move applies torque directly when the mouse moves and pointer lock is active. This function now immediately applies the apply torque impulse for yaw and pitch based on event DX and event DY. This is a more direct way to handle rotation input. Removed mouse logic from update. The section applying torque based on stored deltas is removed from update. Simplified on disable. Remove the extra disable pointer lock call, relying solely on Switch.js for releasing the lock when exiting the car. Kept click to lock. On mouse down still attempts to lock the pointer if it's not already locked when you click. This approach simplifies the logic by tying the rotational impulse directly to the mouse move event. Let's see if this direct application works better, and if the pew pew log appears on clicks after the pointer successfully locked. Okay. Let's see. This is tricky. It should be moving right now, but it's not. I mean the drone car is functioning, but the mouse, I don't know why the mouse isn't. It's not me, right? Like it should be it should be yawing when I move the mouse. Inside drone car, true. These are switch.js's. Okay. I don't know, maybe he's like on an outdated version of maybe he's on an outdated version of like JavaScript or PlayCanvas, I don't know. It's still not working. Here are the console logs. I can control the car with WASD space and I think it was shift. Yeah, shift. But the mouse isn't working. Maybe I really don't know what it could be. I wonder what it could be. Thank you guys for 4 viewers. That's awesome. All right. Like, look, I'm like, oh wow. I think I just like broke something. Hold on, refresh. Okay, this is frustrating. Oh no. Oh, I think I might have stopped it or something here. I think I might have stopped it by accident. It is like when I do left and right, it like applies the torque, but the pointer isn't locked and it's not registering my mouse click. Okay, I understand the console log confirms the drone car script is enabling, but the lack of mouse move detected or mouse down detects logs strongly suggest the mouse events aren't being processed by the script, likely due to pointer lock issues during the switch. Let's try one more simplification within drone car in the canvas. We will remove the pointer lock request entirely, relying solely on switch to manage it. Add more specific logs to see if the mouse events are firing at all and what the pointer lock status is during update. I will edit the drone car file in Canvas now. Key changes: removed lock request on mouse down. This function now only checks if the pointer is locked before attempting to shoot. It no longer tries to initiate the lock itself. Added more logs. Added logs inside on mouse move and on mouse down to explicitly state whether the pointer lock was detected before attempting rotation or shooting. Also added commented add a log and update to check the log status every frame, which might be helpful if the other logs don't appear. Now run this and observe the console log carefully. When you enter the car, move the mouse and click. Do you see on mouse move triggered or on mouse down triggered? If yes, what does the next log message say? Pointer locked or pointer not locked? Does Aeroboticar pew pew ever appear? This should give us a much clearer picture of whether the events are firing, what the pointer lock state is when they do. Well, let's find out. Let us find out, man. Oops, sorry, I messed the camera. I touched the camera with my foot. Let's see if this works. UI text. It's not even detecting, like, nope. Let's just report back to Gemini, I guess. F12 print screen. Download, save. No, I think I didn't. Save, download, save. I got in the Aeroboticar, clicked around, but this is the console log. If Gemini can't figure it out, I definitely can't figure it out. But the thing is, I feel like I need to prompt it right. Like, I need to figure out what the prompt is that I need to say. I know future me is looking back at this video right now and being like, well, it's this. And it's like, you know, he's trying to tell me something, but I can't tell what it is. Let me think though. Let me think. I think I might have broke Gemini again. Indicated an asynchronous response or return true, but the message channel closed before answer was received. Okay, see how it pointer locks? This is not pointer locked right now. This is pointer locked. So when I'm here and I unpointer lock right here, see this? How it's not pointer locked right now? When I click, it should pointer lock. But I'm clicking and it's not pointer locking. I think that's what I need to tell Gemini. Hold on. Whoops. Stop it. I do want to say that when I'm in first person mode and press escape, I unpointer lock and see the mouse, but when I click, the pointer disappears and I'm able to control the camera with the mouse. When I am in the Aeroboticar and press escape on the keyboard, my mouse shows up, and when I press again, the pointer does not lock, and I can't control the Aeroboticar. Does this tell you anything? Sometimes you just gotta like define what's going on, which is exactly what we just did. Oh, and look at that, it's not crashed anymore. Yes, that behavior tells us a lot. First person works. The fact that you can unlock, escape, and relock control within a click confirms the basic pointer lock mechanism can work in your setup. Aeroboticar fails. The fact that clicking doesn't relock the pointer when the Aeroboticar script is active is the key problem. It confirms that the enable pointer lock call being made by switch when entering the car isn't successfully acquiring the lock, or it's being lost immediately. Based on this, the most reliable approach is to have the script that needs the lock requested in response to a user click. Let's revert the pointer lock logic. We'll put the enable pointer lock call back into drone car function on script on mouse down function. We'll remove the enable pointer lock function call from switch.js is enter car function. We'll keep the disable pointer lock call in switch.js exit car function to ensure the lock is released cleanly. We'll ensure first person movement.js still has its original click to lock behavior. I'll edit the drone car script file in the canvas first. Now please provide the switch script so I can remove the enable pointer lock call from the enter car function. Okay, drone car. And here's, did it save? And here's switch. Okay, here's switch. Okay, let's revert the pointer lock logic. As discussed, we'll put the responsibility back on the individual control scripts to request the lock when the user clicks. Here's the updated switch script. I removed the enable pointer lock function call from the enter car function. How long is switched? 437. Should be like 420. Pause. Let's see how freaking long this is. I want to show you guys the game. I know you guys just joined, but 430. Oh, it's actually longer. Let's see. So parse this, and switch should be parsed too. Launch. Pointer lock. Nope. I still can't pointer lock. I wonder what's happening. I can imagine you guys like yelling at the screen right now. How long is this guy gonna take? As long as it takes, honestly. I mean, I worked on the jumping bug for a while until I couldn't do it and I quit and I just left it. Even I posted on the PlayCanvas forums, but nope, still not working. Here is the console log. I am still unable to click when pressing pointer lock. After pressing escape, I'm still unable to point lock in the Aeroboticar. I already said that. I feel like I'm going in circles. And maybe I should. Well, that didn't really break anything. I can still pointer lock here. That still works. Just seeing if it broke anything. Okay. See, like it won't pointer lock in the Aeroboticar. That behavior provides a crucial clue. The fact that clicking works to relock in first-person mode but not in Aeroboticar suggests the issue isn't the browser blocking the lock request itself, but rather how the event listeners or the lock state are being handled during the switch between the control scripts. Let's simplify the pointer lock management again, focusing on ensuring the listeners are correctly attached only when the relevant script is active and letting each script manage its own click to lock behavior. I will edit the switch.js to remove its pointer lock calls entirely. We will rely on first-person movement and drone car controls to request the lock via clicks when their respective scripts are active. Okay. So this is the switch. Okay. I think this is gonna break it. If I launch it here, pointer lock still works. Okay, that's different. Pointer lock still works, so that's good. So I don't have to worry about that. Okay, so we rely on first person. Okay, I pasted the new switch you gave me. Do you need to update drone car controls and first person movement.js? Checking depend. Okay, I've updated the switch. Yes, you're correct. We now need to ensure both drone car and first person movement request. First, I'll provide the diff for drone car controls. Now, please provide first person movement. So, this goes into here. I feel like you barely did anything. Okay, well, I'm just gonna listen to it. Okay, here's the first pm.js. This is gonna take a little bit. It might crash because I didn't really prompt it. Confirming click behavior, got it. I'll make sure the script handles its own pointer lock request on click. I reviewed it It already includes the correct handle mouse function to request pointer lock if it isn't already. Here's the complete script back to you. No changes were needed. Okay. Whoops. I just escaped that. My bad. So switch got updated. I'll just parse everything, just so that there are no loose ends. Launch it. Okay. Bruh. I don't get it. Like, drone car controls. Where is the script that says pointer lock stuff? Event mouse move. Shouldn't it, like, is pointer locked? On mouse down. Pointer not locked, requesting lock on click. Okay, here. Let's do, because he added some. I can't even get the console to say pointer not locked, requesting lock on click. Drone car controls mouse down, pointer is locked. Aeroboticar pew pew. If PC mouse is pointer locked. Okay, so that should be in the very beginning, right? Attributes, initialize, console, drone car controls initialize start. Drone car, does that say? Oh, drone car controls initialize end. Drone car controls. So why is it ending? Why is it ending? Drone car controls initialize end. Right here. Error during drone car controls. Where is this at? Initialize. Oh, initialize. Okay, so it's completely initialized. Okay. Drone car controls disabled. Why is it disabled? Inside drone car false. Attempting to enter car function start. State updated inside drone car true. Camera switch. Releasing pointer lock before disabling player. Releasing pointer lock before disabling player. Checking player script component. Player script first person movement disabled via specific script. Player rigid body disabled. Player collision disabled. Checking drone car script component. Drone car script car controls enabled via specific script. Controller switch logic finished. Attempting to reparent player to drone car. Player reparented to drone car. UI text. When I press X, pointer lock, and then when I enter the drone car now, the pointer's not even locked anymore. Wait, what is this? Oh, this is old stuff. Got it. I'll make sure the script handles its own pointer lock request on click. the pointer gets unlocked when I enter the drone car. And then I can't pointer lock it on click. Here's the console with all the recent updates we did. Man, this is crazy hard. Maybe like okay, you're right. The console log doesn't show the mouse events firing for the drone car control script. That's strange, especially since the click to lock works for the first person script. Let's double check first person movement script first to ensure its pointer lock logic is definitely correct, requesting lock on click. Here's the first person script you provided again. I've only made one crucial change, putting the enable pointer lock function call back into the handle mouse down function where it belongs for the click to lock behavior. I also added a log to confirm when it tries to lock. Okay. First person movement. Yeah, that's strange. Okay, so how many lines of code is this? 749. That's less than before. Let's see if that works. Did I parse it right or something? Like, what could it be? First person movement. I don't know if I prompted it right in the beginning, you know? Like from when it first happened. How long have I been streaming? 2 hours and 15 minutes. This might be one of those things that I might not be able to figure out. Let's go back to the very beginning, I think. I just don't know where that is. Because now the pointer lock isn't there at all. That didn't work. Is there anything you want to ask me to help diagnose this problem. Is there anything I have to like add? I have a feeling it's in the switch.js. Okay, this pointer lock issue is proving tricky. Thanks for your patience. The fact that it works for first person but not the car after switching is definitely pointing towards an issue with how the lock state is being handled during that transition. Yes, there are a couple of things we can check or add to help diagnose this. Confirm switch state. Can you please double check your current switch script one more time and confirm that the only pointer lock call in it are this app mouse disable pointer lock inside the exit car function. Control F. This app dot mouse dot disable pointer lock function inside the exit car. This app dot mouse disable pointer lock inside the exit car function. Where's the exit car function? Exit car function. Well, this is enter car. And here's the exit car. Exit car. Let's try exit car. Here's exit car. And this guy. Hold on, what line was that? Exit car was on line 293. And this guy is on line 2. Yeah, so it's in lock calls in it inside the exit car function. There should be no enable pointer lock function calls left anywhere in switch. Enable pointer lock function calls. Enable pointer lock function. Remove pointer lock enable call. Let drone car controls handle it on click. Yeah. Pointer lock change event. Let's add a listener specifically for pointer lock changes within drone car controls. This will tell us definitively if the browser is even attempting to unlock when we expect it to. Could you please provide the drone car script again? I will add this diagnostic listener to it. We won't change the existing logic yet. Just add this listener to gather more information from the console. Okay, here it is. I'm doing my best, okay? It's a moment like this when, you don't even know what the problem is. Okay, I understand we need to make sure first person movement is also following the pattern of requesting pointer lock on click, just like we updated drone car to do. I reviewed the script provided in Canvas. It already has the correct handle mouse function. This code correctly checks if the pointer is locked and requests if necessary when you click, therefore no changes are needed to this specific file right now. With the changes we made to drone car, putting the lock request back in on mouse down and switch, removing its lock request, each script should now correctly attempt to lock the pointer only when the user clicks while that script is active. Please test this combination and see if pointer... I don't get it. What is this? Mouse handlers. Handle mouse function event. If this enabled true, return modified request pointer lock on click if not already locked. If PC mouse is pointer locked, this check is correct. First person pointer is not locked. This call is correct. Lock might succeed on the next frame. Input might not register immediately. First person movement mouse down pointer is locked. Rest of function. I don't get what you want me to do. Man, I shouldn't have prompted it saying something about the pointer lock. My apologies for the confusion. You're absolutely right. Looking back, it already includes the correct code that the handle mouse function requests when you click, if it's not already locked. Because that code is already there, you don't need to make any changes right now. The setup right now, request pointer lock on click. Correct, no changes needed from the version you provided. Request pointer lock on click, correct based on the last update I gave you for this file. Only disables pointer lock when exiting the car, correct based on the last update I gave you for this file. Please ensure you have the latest versions of all three scripts and switch I provided most recently. You provided that already had the click to lock saved in your project. Then try testing the sequence again. Start the game. Enter, click the mouse, check the console for requesting lock. If it locks, does moving the mouse control yaw pitch and does clicking fire pew pew. Well, let's find out. I feel like I already did that. Groups not found. Raycast filtering may fail. Oh, sick. Escape. Well, the pointer was locked. Like, what's in first person that enables the lock that we can't just apply to the drone car? Pointer lock. If PC mouse pointer lock. This mouse enable pointer lock. Handle mouse down function. Okay. So we just need a handle mouse down function in the drone car. Control F, handle mouse. Do we have a handle mouse down function? We don't have a handle mouse down function. How come in first person movement we have a handle mouse down equal function event, but in drone car controls.js we don't have that. We don't have a handle mouse down function. That's a great observation. You noticed uses handle mouse down while drone car uses on mouse down. Functionally, they do exact same thing. They're both just functions that get called when the mouse button is pressed. The difference is just a naming convention. This is a very clear and descriptive name. The underscore at the beginning is common but not required convention in JavaScript to suggest that the function is intended primarily to be used internally by the script. Both scripts attach their respective functions to the mouse down event like this. Handle mouse down. So even though the names are slightly different, they are both set up correctly to listen for and react to the mouse clicks. It's just a stylistic choice by whoever wrote the original code. Okay, well, let's do the style that actually works. Change the drone car style to match the first person style. Imagine that was it. Replicating mouse controls. Okay, I understand you want the mouse control to work similar to how the first person camera rotation works using Euler angles. That makes sense for consistency and might be more stable. I will edit the drone car file in Canvas to implement this style. We'll store target Euler angles based on mouse movement and then apply torque in the update function to rotate Aeroboticar. Okay. I feel like you should have done that from the beginning, bro. Remove sensitivity attributes. Renamed yaw torque pitch torque back to yaw sensitivity, as they now control the rate of change of the target angle rather than directly applying torque. Add a rotation dampening attribute. Initialize brought back this Euler's. I know you guys are just waiting if this works, so let's just Aeroboticar mouse controls. This is drone car controls. Let's see if he added on mouse button down. Mouse button. What is the one that the wait, what were we just doing? On mouse down. Okay, on mouse down. Drone car parse. Let's see if that works. Oh, hold on. Nope. Hold on. Alright, it's locked in. X. Nope. Hold on. Remove sensitivity attributes. Initialize brought back this Euler to store the target. On mouse move now updates this Euler. Hold on. I don't think he did what I asked him to do. On mouse move. What does the player do? Handle mouse down, handle mouse up. Camera. How's... Holy shit, the script is so freaking long. Oh, first person uses on mouse move and handle mouse down. On mouse move. Let's see. Okay, prototype on mouse move function. Does the drone car have an on mouse move? Yes. That did not work. Now updates this Euler based on mouse movement. I don't know why the engine is literally disabling my pointer lock. Now it's locked in. But the mouse is not. Oh no. I think I'm going to revert back to the original checkpoint that we just made. What time was this made at? Added reload animation, health regen, and Aeroboticar works, and players can't fire gun while in Aeroboticar. Added health stats as well as low health indicator, health regen, you died message, and respawn. I don't think this has the you died stuff, the sound effects that we did. So I'm kind of screwed. Because I don't want to have to do the sound effects over. Controller switch back logic finished. Player script first person enabled via specific script name. Attempting pointer lock release for player. First person movement pointer not lock requesting lock on click. Okay. Well, now, hold on. Well, now when I exit the drone car, the Aeroboticar, the pointer unlocks and I have to re-click to make it lock again, which I don't like. Is it possible to revert back to when pointer lock was enabled, switching between the Aeroboticar and the player? Because if I revert back to that checkpoint, I'm going to have to redo the sound animations for low health and dying. I think. because I don't see that in the notes. Okay, I understand you want the pointer lock to remain active seamlessly when you switch between controlling the player and the Aeroboticar, avoiding the need to click again after exiting the car. We can achieve this by having the switch script explicitly manage the pointer lock state during the transition. First, I will edit the drone call.js file in the canvas to remove its request for pointer lock on click. There should be like maybe Gemini doesn't know about pointer lock clicks too much or something. There should be like a root controller for this or something. 245. Now please so I can remove the pointer lock. Okay, here. Nope. Okay, here. Parse. Man, this is hard. I don't even know what it would be.
Game over.
There's like a weird glitch now. I will ensure the first person movement script correctly handles requesting pointer lock on click. I have reviewed the first person movement script you provided. It already has the necessary code in its handle mouse down function to request pointer lock if it's not locked when you click. It also correctly doesn't try to lock the pointer in the enable function anymore. Therefore, no changes are needed to the script for the pointer lock logic. It should already work correctly with the updated switch and drone car where each requests the lock on click. Here's the script back to you unchanged from the version you provided. Okay, 749. Hold on, because now when I enter, right, when I'm going to enter the Aeroboticar, it like applies an impulse, like a torque impulse. Let's go back to the original drone car controls. The OG. Okay, so that word, the only thing is here are the original Aeroboticar controls. Oh no, that's first person movement. Let's parse this and see if IJKLWASD works. Okay. Do you guys mind if it's WASDIJKL? Because then you'll have to like switch between the mouse, holding the mouse, and like putting your hand on the keyboard. And then oh, pointer lock doesn't even work on that. So it wasn't even working with this. Oh. I reverted back to the original drone car controls, and that pointer lock issue wasn't working there either. I'm wondering if there is a way to create a dedicated pointer lock script outside of all of these scripts that we have, so that when the game starts, it globally applies to all scripts. Okay. That's a very insightful idea. Centralizing the initial pointer lock request into a dedicated script is a great way to simplify things and potentially solve this persistent issue. Let's create that global script first. You'll need to create a new script and paste this code into it. Attach the script. Create a new empty entity in your scene hierarchy. You could call it input manager or something similar. Add the global pointer lock script component to this new entity. Modify other scripts. Now we need to remove the pointer lock requests and releases from the other scripts, letting this global script handle the initial lock and letting the browser user handle unlocking, like pressing escape. Please provide switch first and drone car one by one. I'll remove the unnecessary pointer lock lines from each. Let's start with switch. This might work. I need to create an entity. Input manager. Add a script to it. Global pointer lock. Inputter manager? No, input manager. Edit. Now, I wonder if I really do have to do that switch stuff. I think I just broke it again. Let's read this to understand it. Global pointer lock initializing on event down. This request lock. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I don't know what the hell. Because if I end up doing this, let me make a checkpoint real quick. Disable this. Disable this guy. Launch. Let's make a checkpoint before I do all that. I think I broke the first person thing. If I remove it from first person, I'm gonna be screwed if it doesn't work, because there's just too many things to remember about how many times I undo. Let me revert back to my first person movement script. You got it, my apologies. Where? Okay, so that worked. Drone car controls. I can't prompt for like my entire life right now for today for some reason. Here's switch. I'm curious to see if this would work though. Alright, let's just do it. Here's switch. No. Man, I'm having trouble today. Here's switch. Implementing what? Got it. We'll revert the logic, so switch manages the pointer lock state during transitions, aiming to keep it active seamlessly. Remove the disable pointer lock call from the exit car function. This way, it won't explicitly release the lock when you leave the car. Oh, shit. That's why it's releasing when I leave the car. Wow. I am just zoned out right now, man. I appreciate you sticking out for me. We're doing pretty well. 9 views total. That's pretty good. So here's switch. 445 lines of code. This one has 445 as well. I think you just commented it out. Switch. Player switch. Launch. Nice. Okay. But now I can't go back in. Okay. And now we need the first person movement, I believe. Here's here's first person movement. First person movement.js. Bro, if this works, I'm gonna like absolutely dance for you guys. I'm gonna freaking put on the light show in the back. Okay, I understand. We'll put the pointer lock magic back into Switch to try and achieve the first update Switch script. Is disable pointer lock? No. That's not what we're doing. I have to like manage this guy because sometimes he please provide. Here is that script you need to update. Bro, got it. We'll put the pointer locks management back into Switch. No. I did that already, bro. Okay, thank you. Now let's update first person movement.js according to our plan to make global pointers. I'm like, my brain is fried right now. Let's do that. I do need to move this into script though. Okay, let's get that seamless pointer lock back. We'll put the management switch lock. What are you doing? Okay. What? Why does he keep updating Switch and not first person? I think I'm just gonna turn into like a grumpy coder. Like start punching the screen or something, bro. Let's just restart Gemini. Aeroboticar Uprising. This shit's gonna take like years to develop. Maybe a year. We'll see. Or like couple days, couple months. Like 30 days, 60 days. Depending if we can figure this out. Okay, great. Now update this script. Refining pointer logic. Got it. We'll remove the pointer lock request from first person so that Switch.js can manage it for seamless transitions. I'll edit the first person file, removing the enable pointer lock calls from enable and handle mouse down. You know what it is? I don't know. I can't tell you. But, you know, I'm going to create a checkpoint here. I'm going to create a checkpoint. Version control. Copy. Control S. Paste. Added sound effects for low health and you died events. That's really all we did today. I think we had like two wins today, right? And then now I got stuck on this like Aeroboticar control thing with the mouse pointer thing. I've been on this for like a long time. Aeroboticar, first person movement. Parse this. Launch. Why does removing the enable pointer lock calls from enable and handle mouse down? Enable pointer I don't think he updated it because it's still working. We'll remove the pointer lock request so that Switch can manage it. Yeah, I think Gemini is sick of my shit. Because he didn't update shit. See, like the pointer doesn't even have to be locked for me to be able to control. You didn't even do anything. You just gave me back the same code. You're absolutely correct. My deepest apologies. I completely missed making the necessary changes in the previous step. You're right. I just gave you back the same code. Thank you for catching that. Let's fix it now. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But it's been 3 hours. So I'm going to copy paste this. If that doesn't work, then I will end the stream. And if it does work, I will also end the stream because it's time. So let's just figure out if this part works. Literally, he didn't do anything again, I don't think. Hold on. Oh, player. And then this input manager guy. Nope. Hold on. Disable input manager. I think Gemini is like trying to save my life or something. I don't know what's going on. Cause I might be headed down the wrong direction or something maybe. Oh, no. Oh, what? So this guy does work. This guy does work actually. Oh, it worked. Yo. When you double click, it actually pointer locks. Okay, now give me. Okay, that worked. Hold on. What's the original code that he wrote for me? The global input manager actually did do its job. So let's just add the original drone car function and see if actually let's just prompt them. Drone car controls. Okay, that worked. Here are the WASD IJKL drone car controls. Let's implement the mouse and WASD and left shift and space bar controls we originally talked about. Wow, okay, so now I'm able to lock while I'm in the Aeroboticar, which I was not able to do before. But now I am. whoops. I stopped this response. Okay, I understand. We'll start fresh with the original drone car controls you provide. Implement the mouse controls using the Euler angle approach similar to the first person script. I'll edit in the canvas to add the mouse controls and map space to vertical threads. This version will also include the click to point lock request and its on mouse down function. No, don't add that. We already have that. Alright, let me try it. The user has exited the log before this request was completed. Pointer has been unlocked. Example, user press escape. Pointer not locked on click requesting lock. Pointer has been unlocked. I don't like that. I don't like what he just did. We don't need any pointer lock functions in this because we have a global controller for that. Okay, I understand. Since you have the global pointer lock JS script handling the initial lock request, remove the pointer lock management calls from drone car. I will edit the canvas to remove it from the handle mouse. Okay. On disable. I'm just reading what the console says. Drone car script, drone car controls enabled. Can you simplify the logic in drone car controller and omit the pitch forward and pitch backward stuff that makes it too complicated. Also, when I get into the Aeroboticar, there is an initial impulse that yaws my drone car to the right. Man, this is so annoying. I wish I could just... I mean, the global pointer lock works. Okay, I can simplify the logic by removing the thruster cage animation code. The unexpected yaw might be due to residual angular velocity from the physics simulation when the script becomes active, or how the initial rotation is handled. We'll add a line to zero out the angular velocity when the script enables. No, we're not doing that. We're using this. I think honestly, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna force the user experience to... Oh, now my Aeroboticar game isn't even working. Isn't even loading. Is that my internet? Oh, okay, it works. I think I'm just gonna like... You know what I'm gonna do? Because this works, you know, you can kind of just play with one hand. It just needs a space and a left shift. You just won't be able to shoot, I guess. Because if I make space ascend, then... Man, this stream is getting long. I'm gonna have to watch this, so I'm gonna have to end it here, guys. I think I'm just gonna change my plan for tomorrow, because the mouse is not gonna work on the Aeroboticar in this engine. I don't think it's possible. So, thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking the video. Overall, successful stream, I would say, even though we only got 2 things done. I'll change the light to green. Actually, you know what I'll do? Let's do... Is there like a party one? Oh, that one's pretty cool. Anyways. Green, it is. Yeah, I'll end it here because it's kind of frustrating when I can't get things to work, but it's really nothing I can do. So I'll just change my strategy for tomorrow. Sometimes you go hit a roadblock and there's no way around it. You just got to go another different way. So yeah, thanks for coming. I'll see you guys next time.